Hey guys, this is Scott. I'm in the insulation department. Wanted to show you how these coolers get insulated. You've heard me say that it's polyurethane insulation and it's pressure injected. Well, what's polyurethane? It was invented in the 1940s and you see it in a lot of different places around the house. It'll make skateboard wheels out of polyurethane. It's a real durable, hard material. You can use it to finish tabletops or furniture. You can brush it on. It comes in different forms. In insulation, it comes in a foam form. And polyurethane is perfect for these coolers because the K factor, the thermal barrier, can be 40% better than a styrofoam insulation. And as it gets injected into these coolers, it creates a lot of structure because the insulation actually will adhere to the inside walls, create glue, kind of create a structure. When the insulation gets put into these coolers, that's when there's a lot of stiffness and rigidity that you get in these things. That's why you can stand up and stomp on these coolers and they don't seem to care. So let me show you how this stuff gets put into the coolers. On the bottom of each cooler, there's the 4 removable feet in each corner. Underneath each one of those feet, there's a hole that the polyurethane gets injected into. And on the lid, underneath each corner has a retention plate to hold the straps in. You pull those plates up with the wrench, you take a look underneath it after the strap goes in. There's holes inside the lid on the top too. Also. So these get put into a fixture. I'll show you how that works. Polyurethane gets injected in. Cue the music. You know that stuff you get at Home Depot in a can called Great Stuff, and it expands into a big foam ball to fill gaps around windows? That's pretty close to the same stuff used in these coolers. It's pretty basic. We have tubs of A and tubs of B. The computer-controlled injection machine mixes them and puts the exact amount required for each part. It's injected in a pretty runny form, but when A reacts with B, it gets real hot and it expands and will cure into a solid foam. It's real important to have a robust fixture and other procedures in place for the cooler part to keep perfect form. It's not as simple as just squirting the stuff in. There are very particular procedures that must be performed to ensure strong bond between the polyurethane insulation and the inside wall of the polyethylene shell. We have also researched and specified a special mix of additives to maximize thermal protection and maintain consistent densities and no air pockets. After the polyurethane has expanded and filled the entire inside of the cooler, the holes are plugged for several minutes until the reaction has completed, and the cooler is left to cure in the fixture. Behind me is the Maluna graveyard. Ronnie Finalston in the Facebook group, he said he wanted to see a picture of a cut-up cooler. I told him I had a few of them. So what's happening back here is that these are all the coolers that didn't make it through quality control. They get a big red X put on them at several different stages. It's possible for that to happen. Then what happens is that the polyethylene gets separated from the polyurethane. These all get recycled, gets ground up, but we don't make coolers with these again because this gets into reground plastic. In our coolers, we use only virgin materials, and it's food grade safe is how it's rated. Here's an example of the big red X pile coming out of the rotomolder. There's any number of 12 reasons why these can get rejected, get the big red X, and these poor fellas are headed out for the graveyard. So tomorrow, I'm going to begin to share sort of some of the assembly and the finishing touches before things get packaged up on these coolers.